Peace, everybody. What's good? This is boy Coach Malachi Williams, and you are now tuned to True Media Today USA Boxing. Let's go, man. Check this out. I'm on Twitter. Trusted Twitter. You guys know I love being on Twitter. I really don't tweet a lot, but I like being on there. I did see a Twitter battle, a Twitter fight. For Undisputed. I saw the Undisputed Twitter match between Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. They had this about a couple of days ago, and I'm just sitting here. They're going back and forth, man, and I really think that this beef is real between the two. I don't think it's anything maybe personal with Tank nor Ryan, but I think it's kind of getting personal because Gervonta Davis has accused Ryan Garcia of using PEDs and juicing, right? And they feel like that the reason why he canceled his fight in January is because he's trying to cycle off the sauce or cycle off the juice, right? So, Ryan Garcia is taking that some type of way. He's really feeling some type of way about it. He doesn't like it. And Gervonta Davis has been doing several interviews. He's been talking a lot. I really like this. I like the fact that I see Gervonta doing interviews and talking because, as I said before, the more Gervonta talks, the more it's going to get, better. He's going to get better in communicating. He's going to, just pretty much have better communication skills overall. The more you talk to different reporters, answer questions, and it shows that you're your own boss. It shows that you're out there taking the lead on your own. I don't think that you're going to need Mayweather Promotions again. Remember, you left Mayweather Promotions for a reason, and Mayweather Promotions left Top Rank, and fighters leave promotional companies all the time. You may start out with the company, but it doesn't mean that you have to stay with them. After you learn everything you need to learn from that company, you move on. Now, as of late to Ryan Garcia and Tank, it does seem like that, this beef that they have is really getting personal. And let me show you guys exactly what's going on Twitter so you can see how they're going back and forth. As you can see right here, guys, he says that we all have mental health. First of all, you can't even conjure up a clear sentence. I've boxed my whole life over 200 times, and he said, I'd break a long time ago if I was fearful to fight. He said, you simply have never done your research, and you simply have a low IQ. And then he comes right back and says, I think Tank is just dumb and can't hold a conversation for longer than 5 minutes. So he's making a mockery of Tank's intelligence and stuff like that. So I know Tank feels some type of way about that. Tank replies back, you know what I mean? Some guy named ST Content said that, who do you think can read one page or can read a one page of a book faster, Tank or Floyd? So, they're making mockery. Gervonta replies back, you're mad that I said that you're juicing. The truth always hurt, you dumb F. The paperwork shows it. So Tank is saying that there's some paperwork, and he called him a dumbass. Okay. And then Gervonta said, nah, you just a bitch, plain and simple, soft-ass little white diva. So he called Ryan a white diva. Ooh, that's an overhand right there. That's an overhand right there. Then Tank went ahead and said that the guy in the bottom say, Elo the Great, he said he's not Mexican. He's Mexican. He's not white. And then Tank says, nah, he's not Mexican. Mexicans are not bitches like that. You know what I mean? Then Ryan Garcia replied back. He said, he said, thank you for exposing yourself as a low IQ individual. He said, you represent delusion. And the sad part is you don't even know how dumb you are. Then Tank Davis came back and said, Ida, you know what? Get ready. I'm coming for you. Call him a PUSSY. He said, stop. He said, you better stop juicing because if I find out. Now, wait a minute. This is very interesting. Let's go back and look at this. I'm reading this right now, guys. He says right here, he says to stop juicing because if I find out, really, I'll show you how dumb Baltimore gets. Now, in order for Tank, guys, to accuse Ryan Garcia of juicing, and he says the paperwork shows it, I'm under the impression that, Tank Davis, has paperwork showing that Ryan Garcia is juicing. Well, come to find out from what he's saying, he doesn't have any paperwork that Ryan Garcia is juicing. He's saying that if I find out really that you're juicing, he say, I'm going to show you how dumb Baltimore really gets. So I'm looking at it on the screen right now. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute, man. So, Tank has his speculation. There's nothing wrong with that. The issue that I have is this. Will this, hurt the fight between these guys in April? I'm going to tell you why. Because, Ryan Garcia has come out and said he suffered from mental health issues. And I'm afraid that, maybe Ryan Garcia mental health will kick back in. If Tank puts too much mental pressure on him as it relates to him juicing, put a lot of pressure on him as it relates to going at him on Twitter, maybe that would be the maybe that would be the trigger to make Ryan Garcia go back in depression, or maybe, trigger his mental health, and maybe he'll pull out of the fight. Remember, in 2021, guys, Ryan Garcia pulled out of 3 fights last year. He pulled out of 3 fights last year. One fight, he said he broke his hand. Another fight, the fight Devin Haney, because he was the interim champion. He said he did not want to fight Dev. And then I think the next fight after that, when he's going to fight Fortuna, he pulled out because of mental health issues or something of that sort. Jojo Diaz, one of those guys, right? He pulled out. So broken hand, mental health, and then he just didn't want to fight Devin. He pulled out of that. So my thing is this here, like, I kind of think that what Gervonta is doing, maybe this could be hurting, or maybe it could be helping. I don't know. Maybe Ryan Garcia look at this, take this as motivation, and says, I'm really going to knock Tank out. Or maybe Tank is using psychological warfare to get inside of Ryan's head. He probably feel like, hey man, you ain't built like me. I'm from B-more, I'm from Baltimore. I'm gonna take the crime to you from a psychological standpoint. After I get in your head psychologically, because I believe that you're mentally weak. Then when I get you in the ring physically, I'm gonna break you down like a 57 Chevy, break your jaw, beat you up, and get you on up out of there. You see what I'm saying? So maybe that's what Tank is doing. My thing is, okay, Ryan Garcia does suffer from mental health issues, and I think all of us do. I think I do. Everybody do, more than likely. You know what I mean? Just some people been diagnosed with it, and some people haven't. But I would like to say this. If Ryan Garcia, if that mental health was to kick back in, and he was to find depression or whatever the case may be, because of the things that Gervonta Davis is saying about him on Twitter, on a public platform, and he's saying in interviews as well, will this hurt the fight? Will this stop the fight? I don't know, guys. I'm hoping that it doesn't. Hopefully that this fight could still go on in April. Ryan Garcia did pull out of his tune-up fight in January. Kid Austin was going to fight on that undercard. I'm hoping that Kid Austin is the guy that's going to be the headliner now, for that fight, since Ryan Garcia has pulled out. And this will give Kid Austin some more exposure as a headliner. So I'm really rooting for Nephew. Nephew, if you watch this video, Nephew, you know what I mean? Yes, Kid Austin. If you're watching this video, Nephew, I'm rooting for you, man. I hope you become the headliner for this fight. Now, back to what I was saying. I'm just hoping, man, that Tank, man, back up off Ryan for a little bit, man. You know what I mean? I don't want Ryan to pull out of the fight or anything like that. You might be putting too much pressure on him. You are from B-more. Maybe that B-more swag may be a little bit too much. Maybe that B-more pressure may be a little bit too much. Or maybe Ryan Garcia is mentally tougher than I think he is. And maybe that he may use this as fuel and motivation in order to try to knock Tank Davis out in April. What do you guys think? They don't have a signed contract yet. Some people are still skeptical that this fight won't happen because they don't have a signed contract. I am kind of like 50-50. Maybe it'll happen. Maybe it won't happen. I don't know. Ryan Garcia is known for pulling out a fight, so I really don't know, guys. Tell me, what do you guys think? Please leave your comments below. What do you guys think, man? Do you guys think that Tank Davis is putting too much pressure on him? Do you think that he really does have facts that Ryan Garcia is juicing? Or do you just think that this is just psychological warfare in order to get in Ryan Garcia's head? Do you believe that this pressure will be too much for Ryan Garcia, and mentally he will have a relapse and he'll want to pull out of the fight because of mental health or depression, because of the pressure or the accusations that Tank Davis is hurling at Ryan Garcia? Or do you think that Ryan Garcia would use this as motivation in order to try to knock Tank out in April? Tell me, what do you guys think? Other than that, that's it. It's our boy, Coach Malachi Williams, signing out. True Media Today USA Boxing. We do have a show today. We're talking about Errol Spence and Boots Ennis. Click the link below. We do have a show today, guys. And I see you guys at 3 o'clock. You know my motto. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.